Here's a little bit of what they found out about this anti-Trump, anti-ICE resistance in Axios. Democrats telling people to get shot for this. Here's a quote.
And we're back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, my peepo. You know that it helps us out a ton. And of course, it just costs you a little flick of the finger. I'm sure you can flick your finger for the channel, can't you? Now, y'all, today we have alarming news. The attacks on the ICE and Border Patrol agents have been skyrocketing. And recently, we have seen actual armed attacks on immigration officials, with some even being wounded. And to make things even more alarming, it looks like, at least from published reports, that there are certain political factions who are claiming that they must be willing to get shot in order to thwart ICE's efforts and Trump administration's immigration policy. This is absolutely something I would have never expected to have heard or witnessed here in the United States, but here we are. So let's go ahead and jump into the report. But before we do, y'all, make sure you take care of your money. I'm not going to make this a long one, y'all. Go to Paralegold, PARALEGOLD.com, or call 844-651-8334, 844-651-8334. If you have $50,000 to $100,000 or more in your retirement, protected from inflation, protected from monetary debasement, you're about to retire. Make sure your money's still there and it's still worth something by investing at least some of it in gold. Talk to our partners at Augusta Precious Metals. Go click the link now, get the free information, and protect your precious retirement.
The Department of Homeland Security says the number of assaults against ICE agents has increased significantly, and there have been some high-profile incidents in just the last few days alone. Yesterday, a gunman was shot and killed after police say he started shooting at a Border Patrol annex in McAllen, Texas. The suspect was identified as 27-year-old Ryan Lewis Mosqueda. The attack in McAllen came days after another violent incident in Texas just outside of Dallas. Authorities say an officer from Alvarado was shot in the neck after several people opened fire on officers outside the Prairieland Detention Center, which is an ICE facility. The Justice Department is calling this an organized ambush, adding that some of the suspects were wearing body armor and had two-way radios. 10 people were charged. DHS tells Fox assaults against ICE agents are up nearly 700% over the same time last year. Last year, there were 10 assaults from January to June. This year, there have been 79 assaults within the same time frame.
Now, Tom Holman is coming out and saying, hey, man, I told y'all this was going to happen. And of course, he did predict that this could happen. And this is one of the reasons why ICE agents have been going around with masks on their faces, which frankly may have exacerbated the problem, but also probably has helped to protect many of them. So this is definitely an escalation of the danger. And again, I don't think we're anywhere near the end as of yet.
I've been warning about this for 2 months. The ramped up rhetoric is going to cause a situation where someone loses their life. We saw that today. I was hoping I'd be wrong, but I wasn't. And I'll tell you something else. It's not the end. Unless we stop the hateful rhetoric against ICE and Border Patrol, comparing them to Nazis, there's going to be more situations like that.
The attacks in Texas remain under investigation, and officials say anyone involved in attacking law enforcement will be prosecuted to the fullest extent. Griff, Emily, and Charlie.
Mark Bednar. I mean, Mark, this goes beyond a Democrat party in disarray, although that is part of this. This is revolting. This is anti-American. How did we get here?
I mean, Todd, it's as disheartening as it is dangerous. What's really remarkable about that Axios piece is that they actually interviewed more than 24 House Democrats. That's more than 10% of the caucus. And not a single one of them even hinted that they wanted to go away from the policies and the rhetoric that actually cost them the election, and that they're actually feeding into the frenzy of their rabid Democratic base. And what's also more alarming, too, is that there is a perverse incentive structure for Democrats right now where they can fundraise off of their rhetoric and their actions. Between AOC calling to abolish ICE, to Congresswoman McIver after she was charged for assaulting an ICE agent, she fundraised off that, and Senator Padilla after after he accosted Secretary Noam, he fundraised less than 24 hours off of that. So it's a very disastrous cycle here.
Unnamed sources who are Democrats saying that they want to pretty much just keep ramping it up and double down on that card. Here's a little bit of what they found out about this anti-Trump, anti-ICE resistance in Axios. Democrats telling people to get shot for this. Here's a quote. The grassroots wants more. Some of them have suggested what we really need to do is be willing to get shot when visiting ICE facilities or federal agencies, a third House Democrat told Axios. Unbelievable. Here was White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt yesterday responding to that.
It's hard to believe anyone with morals in this country or decency would say such a thing. Obviously, the White House condemns that rhetoric, and we condemn violence of any kind. This administration is simply trying to enforce our laws, and we must be a nation of law and order. You cannot simply waltz across our border and live here illegally and expect to stay. We are going to enforce our nation's laws, and the men and women who are doing that are doing so in a respectful way. They are doing so within the confines of the law, and they are just trying to do their jobs. And we condemn any violence or any calls for violence of any kind against any American.
So as you can see, you have ICE and Border Patrol agents under attack. I don't know how this isn't making bigger headlines. You had a group of 10 people who launched an attack using radios and body armor. I mean, why isn't that? Shouldn't that be like the top story right now? Am I missing something? Sounds like a coordinated attack. You have at least 2 attacks happening in the past several days. And also you have politicians who continue to sound off and use incendiary rhetoric. So I don't know, y'all. I think that, in my opinion, this all looks pretty bad. And again, I don't see any end to this because the Trump administration just got a huge increase in funding for the immigration policies that Trump wants to put into place. Many people say that ICE is going to be funded better than the FBI, CIA, and DEA all put together. I can't verify that, but I know they did get a lot of new money. And of course, they're going to want to use it. So y'all, let me know, what do you think about all this? How you taking all this in? Let me know down in the comments. But before you do, please stop, hit the share button. Share this video out over email, text message, WhatsApp, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all your favorite social mediums. And of course, if you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. For my people with a retirement, look, you should be in protection mode. I mean, not financial advice, but especially if you're getting close to retirement and you've saved up a nice little chunk, protect it. Go to our page at Paralegold, PARALEGOLD.com. Download our guide on how gold, the oldest, hardest money that mankind knows, how it can help protect your retirement. And call my partners at Augusta Precious Metals at 844-651-8334. I want to thank y'all for watching. Love y'all. We'll see you back in the next one.